Yeah, g'day Rocketeers. It's been a year working on my '08 Rocket. I'm doing the starter relay mod, and as you can hear out there, it's starting to bucket down. Perfect time to be doing this sort of jazz. Anyway, we're working on the right side of the bike. It's the right side cover here, and I've moved the ECU out of the way to get to this bracket here to sort of trace this wiring. This starter relay sits normally here behind the flasher relay, as you can see. I'm using a Japanese flasher relay, doesn't matter which one you use, electronic one that allows you to run any sort of LED. Just switch the two wires around at the bottom of the relay, black and orange, and then just pop your relay in and off you go. You can run any sort of LED blinkers and not have a problem. Alright, so we're going to be working with these two wires here, the yellow and blue and the red and white. I'm going to solder mine together, so I'll once I sort of get everything going and have them tapped and put the relay up here and run the wires through to the battery, I'll record and show you bit by bit. I'll have to remove this bracket here and trace a bit more wire back so I can play around with it and see what room I've got. Yeah, so that's today's job. Alrighty, talk to you soon. Rightio guys, it's really starting to come down out there. Lovely. Alright, so we got ECU out of the way. Support bracket for the ECU out of the way now. All the wiring is clear, and yeah, you can really work here now. It's pretty good. Some big hands like myself. Alright, so as I said, we're working with the yellow and blue and the red and white there, so we're playing with that one. But this one here I'll show you quickly if anyone's interested in the electronic relay. So there's your that's your relay number there, and on the bottom here, the only wires that I needed to swap, if I move this out of the way, so you can see orange to the right and black to the left. That's all, the only two wires you got to swap. So yeah, just put a little screwdriver in there, pop them out, swap them around the other way and pop them back in, and there you go. It's all plug and play really. Okay, so I'll continue on with this baby here and strip this right back down and expose the wires a bit more and get ready to do some soldering. Awesome. Alrighty, be back. Rightio guys, we're back at it again. So I've popped the two wires we need to work with out of the holder. So there's the red and white. Yellow and blue, I'll give them a clean up. Makes it easier to work with when they're popped out of their little holders, you know. Anyway, I've marked the relay where I popped them out, so that one's red and white, that section there, and that one will be blue and yellow. Now to get these little babies out, if anyone's interested, they're little holes there. You can get a little flathead, little tiny screwdriver. I can get my baby. Something like that. As you can see, there's a bit of grease on it, and slide it down there. And when you slide it down to the bottom, sorry, a little spring retainer here, a little spring clip. You just push them in and pull it out the bottom, and here she comes. You know, so it takes a little bit of fiddling. Sometimes they don't want to play with you, but you know what to do. And just make sure when you push them back in, when you put these back into the holder, you just work that clip out a little, that spring clip out a little bit. Sometimes they can stay in, and then they won't clip back in. When you push the relay into the holder, it'll push these back out, and next thing you know, you've got problems again. Anyway, I'll get back into it, and I'll do a job of these, I think. Alrighty, here you go. See you soon. Alright guys, well, I've finally finished the soldering, so that's it there with this little bit of, I left a little bit of wire there so I can play around whatever length I need. But I love that heat shrink stuff, eh? Alright, so that's what it looks like now before I pop these back in the relay holder. I'm happy enough with the solders, but you know, I'd love to pull the loom out and really do a good solder. It's just the heat travels back into the wire, into the loom, and softens up this insulation, and next thing you know, you've got problems down here. But she should be right, hoping so. Anyway, here we go. I'll get back to you. Alrighty, now we're getting somewhere. Wiring's done. She's wrapped again. everything is looking alright so far. I'm happy with it. Okay, well, we've got everything clipped back in. They went in without a problem. These are red and blue and yellow and red and white, sorry, and blue and yellow. It's all wired up nice and tight, so hopefully everything holds together. This brown wire plugs into that, which leads to your positive terminal, if anyone's wondering. Now to tuck everything back in and put everything back home. Rightio, I'll be back. Right, so relay's in, rubber grommet is on. All the wires are back in place. Made sure that they all pushed down well when the relay went in. All wrapped. That's the wires we've just soldered on there. Alright, now to put everything back home and clean up this mess a little bit. But here we go. Alright, give us a sec, guys, and I'll get back to you. Alright, guys, we've got everything back home. I'll just flick the light on there. So that's the flasher relay and the starter relay there. All looking good. All the wiring aside, all this wiring that you see in front is a mixture of tail lights and brake lights. I'm sure they all run back to the guard there. If you can just, you can't see too well, but anyway, that's all that wiring is, if anyone wants to know. So yeah, that's all good. This bit of wire here that we've got, I'll move it around, that's our add-on, click into the piggyback relay. So that little bolt that you just see there, that's where she's going to live. Yeah, so we're gonna keep going, and we're almost there with the piggyback relay. It's only been, about half an hour or so, 45 minutes, and just taking my time. I've got nothing better to do really. Cool. Alright, give us a second, I'll be back. Alright guys, we're back at it again. So here's the piggyback relay, and this is where we're up to so far. There's the relay I'm using. I hope I can get it right so you can see it. So just a Heller one. I just filed out the opening there to fit the bolt. That's the one that supports your battery bracket in there. Starter relay, flasher relay, the loom we've just added. There you go. So the red wire indicates the blue and yellow, which is attached to 87 pin. Just can't see, sorry about that guys. And the white and brown here is the red and white wire, and that clicks on the 86 pin. And now we'll work on the positive and negative and mount this all up and make it look pretty, and hopefully we'll all go. Alrighty, I'll talk to you soon. Righto guys, we're back at it again. So I had to put the support bracket for the ECU back on so I can run my wires and see where I'm not in the way. I'll just get rid of this light for a second. Okay, this is what we've got so far. This one is the 30 pin, which is the positive with the fuse. This here is your red and white, and the one just behind, which you can't see, is the blue and yellow. Okay, that's all secure now, and there's the loom that we've linked in with the original relay. It comes down here. Now I'm just trying to sort all the wires out so it looks all nice and neat and it's not rubbing against anything, and eventually going to cause me some dramas, in a few months' time. What I've done here is I'm running the, you can't really see, I've tucked it away too well and I haven't got much light. I'll just put the light there. Okay, which is going to be in the way. Alright, that's probably a bit better. What I'm going to do here is I'm just, that there is the, if you can see me move it, that there is going to be zip tied and all secured in, and that runs to the fuse holder on this side, which I've got to clip in the other side of the battery bracket. It's all mounted up there, so all the fuses are on one side, and all I've got left to do now is trim the positive lead, put a connector on it, and it's done, and then she's on the way. Rightio, I'll get back to you. See you soon. Alright guys, We've got everything back together now, so this is tight. There's the earth lead. I'm going to attempt to run it off this here to see how it looks instead of running it straight to the battery, but luckily with the earth lead it's pretty easy to play with. You can go anywhere, battery, you know, down to the block, whatever suits you. Alright, well these are all in, that's all done, tight. The fuse block on the other side. I hope you guys can see that's alright. That there is ready to just pop a fuse in there. I'll do that before actually I'll do that after I put the battery in. So yeah, everything's done and that's all crimped up and ready to be joined. We'll give it a go. Alright, I'll get back to you. Alright guys, we've just put everything back together now. I'm just going to get the light for us. Okay, so I've just got it earthed there for now until I put the side cover back on, because I just want to make sure I did everything right. So far everything's looking good. I just had the bike running. No wires are getting hot. Everything feels good. Yeah, positive's good. So we're all hooked up. I'll clean this up a little bit better. This is my mate's battery. My one has decided to die on me. No charge left in it. Okay, so the fuse is in there. Fuse hasn't blown. Now I'll start it up for you and let you guys hear what it sounds like. Yeah, give me a second. Rightio, baby. Here we go. Oh, that was quick. That was quick. Alright, don't mind the mess. Rightio, well, that looks like a bloody winner, that does. Terrific. Let's turn her off and do it again so we can hear the difference in starter revs. Rightio. Back on she goes. Here we go. Well, I'm pretty sure that's her done. That looks good. Starter relay looks good. Perfect. Alright, well I'll turn her off and start putting everything back together. But a big thanks goes out to Honker, mate. You picked a beauty. I'll be confident now to ride this thing anywhere and not have to worry about my ignition failing on me. What a pity of a thing, though. Well, guys, I'll leave you to it, and hopefully this has been an alright video. Sorry, this is my first one, but I'll do an EB, the EB headlight loom next, and hopefully that'll turn out a bit better. Rightio, guys. All the best. See you.